Hello friends and enemies. Man, it has been a schmillion years since we ordered this. We ordered this on AmiAmi when it was first announced, and it just kept getting pushed back and pushed back. Every month I just came to expect an email from AmiAmi saying that they were pushing this back another month. Which I understand, you know, it takes a long time to make stuff. Especially if you're going to make good stuff, which I hope is what this is. Anyway, loved Into the Spider-Verse. Loved Peter B. Parker. This is a guy who really makes me feel things about my own life. This is actually my first MAFEX figure, so I am intrigued to see what it'll be like. Cool packaging. We've got a window where we can see the figure and most of the stuff he comes with. Promotional shot on the front. Side is the same. Continues on to the back. Every time. Every time. She's a good dog, I swear. Let's go ahead and open this up, because we've waited long enough. Ooh, look, holographic. Going in from the bottom, as I like to do. Oh, cool halftone patterns on the inside of the box. Yeah, neat. Looks like there's a cityscape in there. Now, I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to read it, because I don't want anyone in the comments making fun of me when something breaks. So many accessories. How do I get you out? Do I just gently take you out? Alright, if you've seen the videos on this channel before, you know how it goes. First we look at sculpt and detail paint applications. And in this figure, it is all there. It looks fantastic. The first thing that caught my eye was this coat. Tiny, tiny stitches and then real metal buttons. If you look here, I don't know if you can see it, but even the pocket buttons have a tiny, tiny dot in the middle to simulate a real button. Face sculpt and paint is awesome. This head is smiling, but they really captured the abject misery he's usually in. You can tell this guy is not happy. That's why we identify so much with him. He's seen some things he didn't want to see. My favorite part is the detail of him having two different shoes on. Just amazing. Shoes look great too. Metallic rivets on the boots, clean paintwork on the sneaker, and there's two different treads on the bottoms. So I'm going to take his clothes off. That sounds bad. I'm going to take his overclothes off and look at the suit sculpt. The manual told me I should remove the hands and feet before I do this, and I'm gonna do it, you guys. So don't yell at me. You know, I try to be nice to everyone, and people don't have to be nice to me in return, but I would appreciate it if they were. I'm going to switch out his legs too, just because they look strange. What is the bare calves? Nice calves though. I guess that's what happens when you spend most of your life wall crawling. Yep, and the suit has the same excellent texture and paint detail throughout. Really super fine texture. Clean paintwork on the spiderweb lines. Classic fat spider in the back. Whoa, that butt. It's so shiny. And at first when I took his sweatpants and coat off, I thought that they had given him a more svelte physique than he had in the movie, but actually, if you do that, it juts his tummy out a little bit, and you can see he's kind of got a little belly. Onward to articulation. This big joint at the neck may look a little obtrusive, but it does allow for a large range of movement. You can not only push the neck down, but you can push the head down forward too. Really deep chin to chest. Back about that much, which is not too much, but not bad. Got some tilt, some swivel, not much crunch in the torso. Goes back more in the torso. Can bend over all the way. Not so sure about bending back all the way. These arms are where a lot of the movement is going to be at. This joint on the inside can flex and rotate in all sorts of positions. And then on top of that, you have the shoulder joint itself, which can rotate and move up and down. Then you've got a swivel joint at the bicep, hinge at the elbow, and rotation and hinge at the hand. For the legs, you can rotate the thigh out a little bit, and that gives you a wider range of movement. And then you can rotate it back in, close up any gaps. Knee arcs back about that far, leg can raise about that far, rocker on the foot, and a tiny, tiny toe joint. So yeah, lots of articulation. I'm sure you can get him into all sorts of fun poses. And to facilitate that, we have accessories. So many hands. Every hand you could ever need or want. Lots of hands. Several alternate heads. We've got one serious head with the mask pushed up off the face, one angry, annoyed spider head, and one standard Spider-Man head. And this one comes with a different neck joint so that the suit could be completely covering his body. He also comes with alternate feet. He's got an extra set of Spider-Man slippers, and these have magnets on the bottom. So in theory, you should be able to attach him to something that is magnetized. I'm not sure how strong they are though, so I don't know if that'll work. An alternate set of bare feet, which is really cute to me for some reason. Poor guy. A crumpled Spider-Man mask, a delicious looking slice of pizza. Maybe I'm just hungry. I haven't eaten today. And a cup of coffee. And you can see inside they even have the coffee in there. Black, just like his soul. We have an assortment of webs, and the sculpting on these is good too, and they're even painted with a silky sheen. It's a little hard to tell, I think, on the camera, but there's definitely some kind of fibrous silk sheen on there, and it looks really good. And lastly, a stand. So let's make him a whole Spider-Man. Take out that and remove the joint. I'm scared. Put a different head on. We'll make him look upset. That's his default mode, is upset, sad in some capacity. Switch out a hand. And these pegs are pretty small, so I would be careful, but I'm not too worried. They seem pretty sturdy. Just be gentle. And the crumpled Spider-Man mask comes with a little indentation, so you can slide it into his fingies. But he's already wearing a Spider-Man mask, so that doesn't make sense. I'm just playing around here. He can have 2 masks, I'm sure he has several. Okay, we finally got the alternate neck on. So that's one thing you might want to watch out for, because that piece was really tight in there. And without the head on, there's not much of an indication as to which part of the neck is the front part and which is the back part. To be fair, I have exactly 0 upper body strength, so maybe not everyone will have the problem I did trying to get this neck out. And so for the web effects, pop out the hand, slide this onto the wrist, and slide in, oh, no, other side. Slide this onto the wrist and plug in your whipping hand. This webbing wants to arc up a little bit and it's not really wanting to bend down, but you can fix that with some heat applied to it. Just put it in some warm water or take a hairdryer to it and flatten it out a little bit. Alternatively, he's got this thumbs up hand, which can double as a holding things hand if you can manage to slide it onto the joint. And these webs come with a little handle. Slide that in. And so this would be for some climbing or swinging action. The cool thing is that he comes with so many different accessories that you can really change up his look into anything you want. Give him the full suit with the jacket, full suit with sweatpants, half suit with bare legs, whatever. May I offer you a pizza in this trying time? Another thing to watch out for is that my coffee cup holding hand has a very, very small peg hole that does not fit into the pegs whatsoever. You can see compared to this normal hand how much smaller it is. So this is going to have to be widened or heated before I can put it on the figure. So watch out for that. Don't break your joints. He doesn't come with any extra ones. But yeah, great character, great figure. He hates his life so much, and really, who could blame him? I sure can't. And I'm glad we finally got him. It was starting to look like that would never happen. I want to take a look at the stand really quick. So like I said, I've never gotten a MAFEX figure before, so I'm not familiar with the types of stands that they include in their products. But it's nice that there are 3 different peg holes in this one, so you can position him anywhere on the stand you want. This is a little loose, but it can be tensed back up with a tiny screwdriver. Yeah, looks like a nice stand. You actually don't really need it if you're just going to have him in regular standing poses, because he stands up on his own really well. So I would give this figure 5 spider hams out of 5. Yeah, we don't really rank figures here. We just talk about what we like about them and what we don't like. Ranking involves numbers, and numbers is a fool's game. Well, that's it for this one. I'll see you guys next time.